Welcome, welcome. I want to introduce to you tonight a new trend that is just starting, but really going to continue through spring, is the bodysuit. The bodysuit is just fabulous for so many reasons, and the goal tonight is to help you see how you can take the bodysuit and put it on really any shirt you have, because you want to take the bottom portion. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The great news about the bodysuit is it's a beautiful way to tuck in. It can be woven or knit. It doesn't make any difference. And it can still blouse. It can still blouse out. And with our trends being a wider leg, this is a great top to be worn, especially for fall, winter, and then of course into spring. It's just going to do really, really well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get started. I want to show you this first picture. This is an example of them in the stores. This is a Lafayette 148 at $698 for a bodysuit. If you look at this, what I want you to understand is the top can be woven, knit. It doesn't matter what it is. The bottom portion there, and you can see it's almost like a little pair of underwear sewn onto a top. Notice if you do a woven, it's going to be gathered, because you want to have that extra. And typically if it's going to be knit, it's going to be straight. So then I want you to look at this next picture. These are the actually pattern pieces of the bodysuit. And I circled the red ones because those are the back. And what I want you to look at, what I did is I divided that back into a smaller piece. And I'm going to turn around and show this to you here, what the back looks like. And you can see that the back really accounts for just the bottom part. Now, you don't have to make it the size. This is a seam line, and it's just where it's been cut, seam allowance added, and sewn back together. And the reason I say that to you is because it could be lowered. So if you just wanted to put it onto anything else, onto a woven blouse and made it like a little pair of underwear, you're just going to lower this seam down. Don't cut it here, cut it down here, and then take it over the side seam and make the same amount on the front. So think of it on any blouse you have, on any t-shirt, any woven, any pattern you have, any one you have in your closet. You could simply cut it off, maybe add blouson like I did to this one. This is $422. I added my blouson, then I added my little underwear piece onto it. The underwear piece is right here. It's the back portion lowered. Take it over to the side seam, then go straight across the front, and you've got those pieces you need to create that little underwear. Now on this photo, I did it in green. You can see there's the bottom piece is piece number 7, and then you can see you take it over to piece number 1 and piece number 4, and you'll have all of that little underwear piece fitted like you need it to be. Keep in mind, this is not like the old bodysuits. The old bodysuits, we used to reach in between our legs and snap, and they'd come undone and just whatever. We don't do that anymore. This is more like a bathing suit. You step into it and then you pull it up. So anything woven, you're going to have some type of button or opening up the front so that you can step into it and then button it closed or zip it closed, however you decide. But just make sure that you have a closure that you can open and step into. And then of course the same with the knit. The knit's going to be, this case, you don't have to have any closure. In this particular case of this knit, I actually have a zipper up the front. That's in the pattern, but you could easily lower the neckline and put nothing up the front and just make it step into. The one I have on, you just open up the neckline, step it in, and then once you put it on, it closes up the front. So I just want to introduce you to this bodysuit because it's a new pattern. It's a fit to stitch pattern. It's with our series 13, but that promotion has ended, but the pattern is available now just on its own. And it's a great pattern to have in your repertoire, pattern number 124. So take advantage of this pattern, take advantage of the bodysuit, understand how to switch that little underwear part onto any blouse you have. You can put it onto a blouse you buy. You don't have to necessarily make it, and it's just a great way to update maybe a blouse that you've had for a while. So instead of tucking all that extra in, it's just smooth. It fits beautifully under a pair of pants, under a skirt, and you're good to go. So the goal is happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.